I'm Michael Zink, the Executive Director of At the Table, and I'm just a little overwhelmed to see so many folks in the room, including some folks who have helped to make our organization possible, including staff, supporters, and our incredible board of directors. Thank you all so much. This is, aside from being our very first event and fundraiser, this is just a really joyous time of year for us generally. Specifically, it's the day after the semester ends at most schools in the City University of New York, where most of At the Table students attend. And I'm happy about this, not just because we made it through the end of the semester rush, which, okay, that's definitely a part of it. Like, I do some tutoring too, and like Jen said, I'm a longtime tutor, and I had the distinct pleasure of tutoring a student this Monday in college general chemistry for 6 hours. We got done at like 10 o'clock. As my 19-month-old daughter likes to say, whew. She gets that's a Baby Shark reference for those who know. Yeah, don't ask me to explain. I don't know. But no, the people who have worked with me before, like Nicole, for instance, and Bill, know that I get weirdly exuberant around this time of year because it's when grades come in, and college grade season is the best, right? It's the best. I mean this, grade season, because grade season is when you find out that the student who failed all of their classes last semester, their first semester at a really competitive school, before working with At the Table, then went on to get A's and B's in their first semester with At the Table. It's when you find out that your student who was hybridating, I'm so excited to see you. It's when you find out that your student who was so anxious about taking an English class because it's not her first language, ended up getting a B and now feels confident enough to enroll in full-time college classes for next semester. It's when you find out that your student who became a new mom in the middle of her college journey finally passed those last 2 classes that she needed to graduate with her bachelor's degree. And it's when you find out that the student whose foster care agency only ever wants to tell you about what she's doing wrong and what she's messing up passes every single class with A's and B's. Every semester, our students have averaged a B-, well above the mark you need to maintain financial aid and good academic standing, and that's striking, because those of us who support students in foster care hear a lot about the bad outcomes that they experience, that 3% of young people in foster care who get bachelor's degrees by age 26, and that 10% of those who start college eventually graduate. But what we learn during grade season, and what our students learn about themselves when they look at what happens with their grades, is that these numbers don't tell the story of what students in foster care are really capable of, and they certainly don't tell the story of what our students want. The same studies with the bad outcomes say that something like 3/4 of students in foster care want a bachelor's degree and would get it if they could. And if anything, that underestimates the sheer level of effort that our students have shown during the 4 semesters that we've been operating. Our students have persevered through remote learning in a global pandemic, family emergencies, mental health crises, parenting, and so much more to get to where they are now. My amazing colleague Asia, who leads our programming, works with a student of ours who was hospitalized for weeks this semester with a complex medical issue. And she spent her entire time in the hospital coordinating with Asia and with others to make sure that she got a laptop and could catch up on her online assignments for her course. And we're pretty certain she's going to pass and get her associate's degree this semester. So if this is what we see in our students, why is there such a gap between the outcomes that so many students in foster care experience and what they deserve? More than anything, it comes down to a community of support, of being connected to people who support your dreams, who you can go to for advice, and who see you in your very best light, even when things aren't going well. Every one of our full-time tutors is trained, hired, vetted, and coached to be that person, to show up for our students inside and outside the classroom, and to earn a role as a trusted mentor in our students' lives. And our students understand this. When we ask them in our end of semester surveys, what was the most important part of the program to you? The most popular answer was being connected to someone who's invested in my success. As folks with foster care experience have learned about At the Table, we've been met with an overwhelming wave of enthusiasm, not just from students already in college, but from people who see what At the Table offers and are reassessing whether college is possible for them. We have about 25 students now on our wait list who we will be helping to enroll or re-enroll in college for the fall. And we're hoping to grow not just to serve the students on our wait list, but every student in New York City qualifies for our program because of what we've learned about what this work means to the people who experience it. And as we pursue this goal, we've been lucky to find our own community of support in places both expected and unexpected. And I'll close with an email I got this past weekend that was sent to me through the contact form on At the Table's website, which mostly is I don't know if anyone has a website that just has a freestanding contact form, but you get some weird stuff. And so I read them with skepticism. This is the email that I got. It says, hello, my name is Selena Jones, and I am currently a senior at Democracy Prep Harlem High School. In my high school, we have this project called the Change the World Project, where we focus on systematic issues going on in the world. My project was about young people in foster care and the education system, and how the education system does not provide young people in foster care with the right resources in order for them to be successful. I'm reaching out to say that I've raised $91 with a fundraiser I did at my school to donate to this organization. I wanted to donate here because I find it incredible that this team is giving students in foster care the chance they deserve at a good education. I think you guys are amazing people, and I hope the money I raise helps these students. Thank you. When I get emails like this, it reminds me that our work and this organization doesn't exist on an island. Though young people in foster care face difficult odds and broken systems as they push toward their dreams, there are also people all around and people in this room that know that they deserve better, that are rooting for them and are ready to support them. And At the Table, I think, exists as an extension of our shared desire and obligation to make sure that every student in foster care is connected to the educational resources that they deserve. I am blown away to see how many folks are in this room and are here ready to support us in one way or another. I know that folks have different capacities to give. We have a table set up over here with a couple of different ways that people can support us. And I will invite you to be part of our community of support as we do so in turn for students in foster care. Thank you so much for being here.